You are celebrating a 3x return on ad spend. And in the background, your accountant is quietly preparing for bankruptcy. If you are an e-commerce founder looking at a triple whale dashboard right now, and at the same time you are trying to figure out why your daily Stripe payouts doesn't match the massive numbers Facebook claims that you have made yesterday, then listen closely. By the end of this video, you will learn how to calculate your actual POAs, profit on ad spend. You will learn the exact math required to stop scaling yourself into a cash flow grave. Ignore this equation and you will join in the thousands of brands that scaled into 8 figures in top line revenue only to fold with $0 in their operating account. Now, for context, I'm Peter Pisaboc and I run Ads and Leads. And understanding the true cost of a customer unlocks your ability to outspend your competitors. And we need to define the lie you've been sold by traditional ad buyers first. Agencies sell return on ad spend. This is their ultimate shield for incompetence. They take a percentage of your total spend, meaning they have a vested interest in you spending more capital, regardless of your net returns. They show you a 3x return and you are celebrating. But after the actual costs of goods sold, the packaging fees, and that sneaky third-party logistics fee that crept up last month, your profit margins are bleeding out. You are paying Facebook, you are paying this agency, and you are paying the warehouse. But guess who you are not paying? You are not paying yourself. Operating purely on return on ad spend is like eating a giant bowl of soup with a fork. You are incredibly busy, yet at the same time you are starving. We must shift the metrics. Return on ad spend is a simple vanity metric. Profit on ad spend is a reality check. Therefore, we must tear down your exact contribution margins. Now, getting granular with your operational math allows you to see where the leaks are in your funnel. And most founders don't even know their break-even cost per acquisition. So, let's look at an example. Now, let's say you launched a campaign. Your cost per acquisition is $40 and the actual product is costing $100. It looks like you are making a massive win on paper. But the cost of goods sold is $30. The shipping fees are $15 and the merchant fees are $3. Oh, and also let's not forget about the baseline return rate, which is sitting at around 8% give or take. Now, you have roughly $12 left to pay the warehouse overhead, the software subscriptions, and the payrolls. And we haven't even included the profit. Now, you just spent $40 to acquire a customer. And you are losing $28 with every single sale. It's the equivalent of buying a dollar bill with a $1.25 and hoping that you make it up in volume. But the math doesn't lie. It guarantees failure. And once you're able to truly isolate your contribution margins, then the painfully obvious scaling ceiling becomes visible. But there is a good thing in that. Knowing where the ceiling is allows us to shatter it. Now, to stop this bleed, you need to know the entire math equation. And we are going to start with calculating your break-even cost per acquisition. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to take our average order value and we are going to subtract the total variable costs. Now, those are the costs of goods sold, the packaging fee, the merchant fee, etc. And this number is the total absolute spending limit, meaning this is the maximum that we can spend on acquiring a new customer. And if we look at our ad platform and it reports a higher CPA, it means that you are currently losing money on every single purchase. Now, knowing only the individual cost per acquisition isn't enough. We need the entire formula, which is the following. Profit on ad spend equals gross profit. This is the total revenue minus all those things that we just subtracted. And we are going to divide it with the total ad spend. Now, if your profit on ad spend is 1, you are breaking even. If it's above 1, you have a mathematical green light to start scaling aggressively. But if it's below 1, you are burning cash just to keep the lights on. Therefore, we must introduce the final piece in our profit puzzle, which is time. We must map out exactly when the cash hits your account versus when it leaves. You cannot rely on theoretical lifetime value to justify upfront losses. Your ad buyer says this constantly. We will make it up in month 3 with the second purchase. But your cash conversion cycle is 60 days. You pay the manufacturing upfront. You pay Facebook ad budget daily and you pay the agency retainer monthly. But your lifetime cash doesn't materialize for another 90 days. You are basically choking your own growth to the point where you can't even afford to buy another customer, because all of your liquid capital is tied up in future promises. Using lifetime value to pay for today's operational bills is basically like paying warehouse rent with a lottery ticket that draws next year. We must map immediate cash flow against ad spend, so today's profit can fund tomorrow's growth. Therefore, your entire acquisition strategy must pivot from cheap clicks to profitable cash flow cycles. You finally understand the equation. And now you have to stop thinking like an ad buyer and start thinking like a CMO. Imagine this, you looking at your profits and losses at the end of the month, and the liquid cash perfectly mirrors the numbers that are in your dashboard. Zero guesswork. Traditional agencies sell you vanity metrics. My team installs actual operating systems right into your acquisition funnel. We fix the fundamental math and rescue your bottom line from the return on ad spend death trap. And if you want us to come in and install these precise operational systems that is required to scale and grow your business with actual cash flow, feel free to click the link in the description and book a call with me and my team. And now, with this equation in your possession, you will be able to tell the difference between return on ad spend and profit on ad spend.